Red Raider bench and a member of the JUCO Hall of Fame for winning a national title at Howard Junior College. And we are underway in Lubbock. Opening tip controlled by the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. Their starting five: Caleb Fields, Desi Sills, Marquis Eaton, Marquis Davis, and Norshad Omier. That Chris mentioned a moment ago, a guy to watch inside. And Chris, immediately the Red Raiders right on the boards, and this is what they want to do: drive to the rim. And Terrence Shannon foul doing that.
I would guess Norshad Omier doesn't lose many jump balls to start the game. We watched him just kind of messing around during warm-ups. It is one impressive athlete.
Familiar starting five for the Red Raiders of O'Banner, Shannon, Davion Warren, Bryson Williams, and Kevin McCullough.
And it's interesting because Arkansas State doesn't play a ton of zone defense, but that's what you get on the first possession right there. Red Raiders struggle with that against Providence, and there's not a lot of prep time, between their last game and this one. And so you wondered if they just say, hey, we're not going to mess with everything that they want to run, but let's just throw a little zone at them.
And Chris, for each of these teams, what have they got to do tonight to have an opportunity to win?
Yeah, if you're Arkansas State, you've got to compete on the boards. They're very athletic. They're out rebounding opponents by about 3 a game. And this is where Texas Tech really gets you with their length on the glass on both ends of the floor. If the Red Wolves are kind of looking to pull off the upset, that's where they'll have to compete tonight. And they've got to avoid the scoring droughts. Texas Tech really good at those 10, 12-0 runs in this building. For the Red Raiders, you got to play without fouling. You didn't do that versus Providence. You did that versus Tennessee. The results speak to that. And then if you're Texas Tech, you want to make this Arkansas State team into a jump shooting team. They can shoot over the top because they really will attack the basket.
Well, Omier called for the turnover. He was whistled for the foul on the other end. And Kevin McCullough, who has attempted more free throws than any other Red Raider, has Texas Tech in front 2-0 after getting both of those.
And Coach Bellato would love to keep Omier out of foul trouble. He averages nearly 4 fouls a game. When they keep him in the game, they're a really good team. But the problem is that's not all the time.
Bryson Williams only 4 for his last 18 shots, and the Red Raiders really need him to get going, and that helps.
Well, you get in a one-on-one situation right there. Omier already has the one foul, doesn't want to pick up the second. Otherwise, we may not see him until halftime.
Here's Desi Sills, three-pointer from in front of that Red Raider bench. It's off the iron, and McCullough clears out of there. Does a little bit of everything for the Red Raiders, and that's no surprise. And Bryson Williams, that'll help the confidence.
Yeah, a little 5-0 run there by Mr. Williams, and that's what I think Mark Adams really wants to see from his senior post player, kind of getting back to the flow of the game and watching that ball go in the basket.
Yeah, 2 for 2 tonight. In the corner, Caleb Fields three-pointer long, and Davion Warren's got it for the Red Raiders. Terrence Shannon up ahead on the floor, but Warren didn't see him. Shannon's already driven in there and drawn a foul earlier. McCullough's three-pointer off the back iron. Red Raiders lead 7-0, but this is what the Red Wolves like to do: get down the floor in a hurry, and that shot from Marquis Eaton is good. Three-pointer.
Yeah, you can see the Red Raiders really trying to get back on the defensive end, build a wall around the basket right there and forcing the kick out, but you see it knocked down right there by Mr. Eaton.
Arkansas State doesn't shoot many threes. Red Raiders will. Davion Warren, though, from the short corner, just airballed that one. Red Raiders got it back, and Davion's the one with the ball. He scores.
And if they get Omier, that is going to be his second. Yeah, I believe it is. And that's where the troubles will start for Mr. Bellato over there, coach of Arkansas State, this sixth season. And that's just that was a play you just couldn't afford if you're Arkansas State. Red Raiders doing a good job of attacking him in the post, using that size advantage, because this is just not a team that has got a lot of size, and one of their key post players is out tonight.
Less than 3 minutes into this ball game, and Omier sits down. The Sun Belt Conference preseason player of the year, Daniel Bacho and Adonis Arms, are on for the Red Raiders.
And we mentioned that as a key for Texas Tech as a whole, play without fouling, and Omier needs to. That's just going to be the key to their team all season.
Eaton backed away from Bacho, who had gotten on him on the switch, and misses the three-pointer. Lazar Grabovich in for Norshad Omier, who sits with a pair of fouls here in the early going of this first half. Here's Bacho. He'll be at the free throw line.
Yeah, and you see Kevin McCullough kind of backing down, and at that point you're playing point guard from the post, and you're just looking for the cutter, and you see Daniel Bacho kind of cut in from the elbow. Really good. It's just hard to guard. Kevin McCullough kind of backing down, looking for is a double team coming? When it's not, then now you're looking for a cutter.
Bacho plays about 10 minutes a ball game for Mark Adams. Against Tennessee, only had 4 points, but 11 boards and a couple of blocked shots. Red Raiders in that win at Madison Square Garden had 3 players with 10 or more rebounds. Chris, you mentioned 54 for the ball game. A lot of opportunity.
Yeah, and there was a lot of missed shots in that game, obviously. And some nights they're just like that, but you get the sense that the way that game was called and played is kind of how the Big 12 is going to be on a night-in, night-out basis with how good the defense is in this league.
Red Raiders without Malik Wilson in the game tonight. Boy, and the follow there by Adonis Arms. How about that?
Off the bench with the follow-up jam. And you mentioned no Malik Wilson. They're looking for somebody like Adonis Arms, Coach Adams and his staff, to kind of step up and really fill a lot of those minutes. And the guy dribbling the ball right here, Clarence Sidoni, same way.
Shannon's long three is off the iron, run down by the Red Wolves. Eaton ahead down the court, and that's a nice play. Marquis Davis.
Well, and you call it like you see it, and it's a shot in the early portion of the shot clock on one end, and it just equals problems. Get back the other way. It ends up in an alley-oop dunk right there. There's 3 Red Raiders at the scores table waiting to come in.
P.J. Shannon looking for an opening, wanted to lob that ball up to Bacho, but it got slapped away, and the Red Wolves have a chance to narrow the gap. Here's Desi Sills outside. Eaton again, got Nadolny in the air and hits the three-pointer.
It's his second. And this is not an Arkansas State team that shoots a lot of threes. They only make about 5 a game.
Well, they Red Raiders.
Just saw that zone to start the game out. They've been in man-to-man ever since.
Kevin O'Banner got 138 career three-pointers, but does not get that to full. Foul called after that shot, but we've got a timeout here at the United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock. Red fouls here in the early going.
Well, yeah, if you're Coach Bellato, you've got, and I think he's probably talking to Tony Padilla about that right now on the sideline. You can see that conversation ongoing. Yeah, your two of your bigs basically already have 2 fouls, and there's still 15 minutes left to go in the first half.
Yeah, long way to go, and they're going to sit in the zone right now against the Red Raiders, team that hasn't played much zone at all.
Yeah, I want to see how the Red Raiders handle it. Again, did not handle it very well versus Providence. But if you do that and you can shoot teams out of that. Don't want to leave Kevin O'Banner open, one of the best three-point shooters in the country last season.
Yeah, just standing there wide open near the free throw line, and knocks that down. 14-8 now, Red Raiders. Fields trying to direct traffic there and clear some room, but can't get away from Adonis Arms. Marquis Davis, rainbow three, and it falls.
Just like you draw it up, right?
Well covered. Shot clock running down. Let me shoot this thing.
I mean, he is a 40% three-point shooter, but he's only attempted 10 coming into the game.
Red Raiders' Bryson Williams called for the illegal pick out front, trying to free up Adonis Arms. First personal foul, first team foul against the Red Raiders. Comes more than 6 minutes into the ball game. Eaton's hit a couple of shots. That runner goes as well. Red Wolves hanging around, down by one now. Oh, they're going to call that a tie ball. Red Raider fans thought Desi Sills had Kevin McCullough all wrapped up inside. Possession arrow does go to the Red Raiders.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can reach in there and grab right over the arm. But again, when it's 5 fouls to none and the coach is having a lengthy conversation, I mean, sometimes that's just how the game goes. You kind of see it evened up a bit if there's a bang bang call.
Bryson Williams thought for a moment about a three-pointer, drove inside, but gets whistled for the traveling call.
Some long strides to the basket right there with Mr. Williams.
Little surprised knowing that traveling without being really obvious is not necessarily an emphasis for the officials this season, but Bryson Williams gets whistled for that. Call also got Mark Adams up off the Red Raider bench to watch. Fields shot not there, or Marquis Davis rather.
Marquis Davis needs the shot clock to say 1 second on it, not 27.
Not a lot, yeah. T.J. Shannon and Daniel Baccio back for the Red Raiders. Marcos Santos Silva playing with a sprained big toe on his left foot out there as well. Davion Warren fouled inside. Warren, one of those Red Raider transfers from Hampton, led the Big South in scoring a year ago. Chris, the Red Raiders scored 57 points in that ball game against Tennessee, and that included an overtime period. Have 8 guys on this roster who averaged in double figures in their last season. But on that night, nobody could throw it in very regularly.
Yeah, you know, there was a game after the one that the Red Raiders in Tennessee were involved in. I believe Syracuse and Villanova, and the shooting wasn't good in that game either. So just, I'm sure, but it's sometimes that's just the way it goes. It's kind of contagious, like drop passes in football.
Bad lighting at Madison.
Maybe so.
Davion Warren, a 79% free throw shooter, got a pair. Red Raiders have a 3-point advantage. Christian Willis in for Mike Bellotto. Bobovich back on the court. Here's Eaton inside. Marquis Davis.
And that's their base offense. It's penetrate the lane and then try to drop it off to a big on the block. I mean, that's essentially what it boils down to. When you let guys, penetrate and get to where they want to go in the paint, it just breaks your whole defense down.
On the shot clock. T.J. Shannon going to back his way in. Lobbed it up to Baccio, who got Davis on his back, and he'll have an opportunity for a three-point play when we return to the United Supermarkets Arena here in Lubbock. Texas Tech by 3 over Arkansas.
You usually field really good football teams. Basketball teams are always competitive. Obviously, Coach Blotto was spent a lot of time on Rick Pitino's staff before taking the job, and they are a handful.
Bacho converts the three-point play. It missed a pair of free throws earlier in the ball game. Got that one to go, and Texas Tech by 4 now. So countdown towards 11 minutes to go in the first half here. Desi Sills with the spin move inside and got that ball out, but the shot not there. And Davion Warren for the Red Raiders. Both these teams have shot it pretty well in the early going. The Red Raiders at 60% before that miss a moment ago. Red Wolves were 6 of 12.
And that's your advantage if you're Texas Tech. That's a problem for Arkansas State, just right around the basket. Just the size advantage, the rebounding battle already. Texas Tech +7 on the glass, and there you see some of that rim protection.
Bacho and Santos Silva in the ball game. Bacho at 6'11", Marquis at about 6'8" or so. Davion Warren got the bucket to go. He was looking for a foul but didn't get the call. A little bit of a run here by the Red Raiders. 7-0 in the last minute. Desi Sills here, the Arkansas transfer, looking inside, threw it away. Here's that play inside. Davion Warren drove inside, thought Eaton might have bodied him up. He looking for the whistle, but didn't get it, got the bucket instead.
Yeah, I think that's a good no call right there. He just see the defender go straight up. Davion Warren kind of initiates the contact a little bit, but does a good job of playing through it and finishing.
Willis missing off the baseline. Red Raiders another rebound. Red Raiders have an 11-2 advantage on the boards. Adonis Arms back. Here's Kevin McCullough for Mark Adams. Four on the shot clock. Shannon drove in, threw it up there, and got it to go.
That first step of T.J. Shannon's is deadly. When he wants to get downhill, he kind of jabs you and catches you off balance. He gets going downhill in a hurry. Not many guys that Texas Tech will play this season that can get in front of him and stop it.
Keon Wesley now for the Red Wolves.
And that's Wesley's game. I mean, he's 6'8", about 200 pounds, but really good mid-range game. Looking for things around the basket, but he can step out and knock those down. And you just don't see a lot of that in college basketball anymore. It's so much three-point and layup and attacking the basket, and obviously what you can do at the free throw line.
Kevin McCullough with the assist from Marcus Santos Silva. Red Raiders now by 10. Desi Sills, three-pointer, bit long.
Amir back in the game with those 2 fouls.
Red Raiders have hit 4 of their last 4 shots, make it 5 of 5. It's McCullough in the corner.
Kevin O'Banner's usually, that's his favorite spot, right there in that right corner. But
taking a page out of O'Banner's playbook for sure. Caleb Fields draws the foul, called on Bacho.
And you watch Fields right here. As soon as he feels contact, you throw that head back. Former Red Raider Davide Moretti made a career out of that in college.
Got to the free throw line a lot.
And when you're a really good free throw shooter, that's the way you do it. Figure out a way to get to the stripe and help my team.
8 minutes remaining in this first half. Red Raiders have extended the lead out to 13, and Mike Bellato has Norshad Omier off the bench with a pair of fouls. Got to get their big man back in the ball game and see if he can help.
Yeah, he hasn't even had a chance to impact this game.
Might have done it right there, if not for the long arms of Adonis Arms. Omier had Kevin McCullough blocked out, and the Fields had a clean path to the basket, but the Red Raiders blocked their led by former Texas Tech head coach Mike Leach. Catch all of the action on Tuesday, December the 28th at 5:45 Central Time on ESPN.
There's no storylines with that game at all, is there?
Not many at all, is there?
Yeah, just check.
All right, shot clock running down. Adonis Arms stole it away from Fields. Going to lob it up for TJ. Slapped back to Adonis, and Arms gets the bucket for the Red Raiders.
John, sometimes it's better to be a little bit lucky than good. And Adonis Arms got really lucky right there with the attempted alley-oop that gets blocked right to him with the putback. And he'll probably be reminded about that when they review the game. But
yeah.
Hey, no worse.
It's all good right now. O'Meara missed the jump hook inside. TJ Shannon looking for a spot. Bryson Williams, top of the key. Three-pointer is good. No traveling on that shot.
No, and he's kind of showing his complete game. Stepping out and knocking that one down. And before that, really, you know, Texas Tech is playing the game around the basket, and Arkansas State's playing the game around the perimeter. And the rebounding numbers show that. There's a mid-range jumper right there.
Marquis Davis got it, but Mark Adams told us before the ball game that Bryson Williams just absolutely has to get going for this team. He's 3 of 3 in the game tonight. He was 4 of 18 in the Red Raiders' last 2 games. Kevin McCullough is not going to let anything go easy for Desi Seals. Gets up, and after that ball was stolen by the Arkansas transfer, just kind of times it. Got some arm, but did not allow Sills the easy bucket.
Yeah, it's a good effort by Kevin McCullough, not just conceding the bucket. Good sportsmanship right there. You see with Desi Sills and Kevin McCullough. No harm. Just a good play.
Mark Adams and Adonis Arms in a lengthy discussion on that Red Raider bench, and Sills unable to get the first free throw to go. This guy is 73% shooting.
Sills was part of that Arkansas team that knocked the Red Raiders out of the NCAAs last March.
He's been the Red Wolves' top scorer in 5 of their 9 games this season, and comes up empty on that trip to the line. The Raiders going to work with TJ Shannon out front. Now here's McCullough. Jabuzo Agbo off that Red Raider bench. Five on the shot clock now for the Red Raiders. They'll have to hurry. Here's McCullough, top of the key. Rainbow 3 is off the mark. Red Raiders guilty of a shot clock violation.
Yeah, not what you want to do, kind of run the weave around, work the clock a little bit, but then you want a better shot than contested three-pointer at the
top tune of the year.
There you go. Yes, Cheryl Swoops and Krista Gurley, right?
Yeah,
Krista Kirkland at the time. Who's now the coach here of this women's basketball program. And the Cowboys were really good back at that point. Michael Irvin, Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman, Jimmy Johnson. I always pegged you as a big Whitney Houston fan. I should have known that you would know. You've probably seen the Bodyguard where that song was on that soundtrack and everything.
Isn't Kevin Costner kind of making his mark again?
Yeah.
A very popular television series. Here's Chibuzo Agbo. In and out, not there. Sills for Arkansas State. Red Raiders get back quickly and no advantage for the Red Wolves. Sills going to try and drive it again. Dropped it off underneath, and that is a nice play. Grobovich, the recipient of that Sills pass.
And that's why Mark Adams preaches just we can't let you into the paint. Once you get into the paint, you have problems. Kevin McCullough right there breaks down the defense and does the same thing, but Sills just penetrates the defense, and people have to start making choices. It breaks it down. It leads to easy buckets.
McCullough came up holding his backside after that play. Looked over at the Red Raider bench where a trio of Texas Tech players wait to come into the ball game at the next opportunity. That one-handed pass by Seals stolen away by McCullough. Santos Silva out running. Going to get this one a three-point play opportunity. That might be goaltending.
And if he leaves that alone, I think that they don't, it's not going in, I don't think.
Yeah. He got hacked on the arm. That shot wouldn't go, but right there, Marquis Davis goaltends, and Santos Silva will get an opportunity at a three-point play. Doesn't look like a guy with the sore big toe out front on that break.
If you've ever had a toe injury with your big toe, it's a problem. It really affects like a big guy like Marcus Santos Silva. It really affects your balance. It's painful, but he's playing through it right now. And Marquis Davis, if he just leaves it alone, this is 2 free throw attempts for a guy that has struggled at the free throw line. Instead, you could give up a 4 or 5 point possession.
And it's a 4-point possession. Santos Silva likes that.
He got I missed my free throws, but I'll get it the hard way.
Y'all get the ball back to me and I'll score, and he does. Nadolny thought he had swiped that ball away from Grabovich, but it'll be Arkansas State's basketball when we return. But the Red Raiders on a big run have
they gravitate toward identities, and you want to have an identity of what you are and what you're about. And obviously since Coach Adams has been here, it's been about defense. But this particular team, their identity is really becoming just hammering teams on the glass. It's been impressive to watch. Barrington with the 3 right there, but that's just, there's so much length and athleticism that I think that's where it spills over, and that's how you won the Tennessee game. And I think it kept you in the Providence game when things weren't necessarily going well.
Sixth turnover by the Red Raiders there. Davion Warren tried to get that basketball to Chibuzo Agbo in the corner and threw it away.
I think Mark Adams kind of put this roster together, and you think about that length and athleticism, maybe with defense in mind, like we can switch everything, lots of deflections, lots of clogging up in the passing lanes, but the byproduct of that is also you're just going to be so much better on the glass because there's so much length and athleticism and size on this team and they've certainly taken advantage of it.
And it has shown. I think the Red Raiders like that defensive identity, but yeah, they have been really good on the boards this season. This is Davion Warren. Big guy just drove it inside and scores.
That's just a good one-on-one move right there.
Averaged 21 points a game a year ago at Hampton. About 12 this season for Mark Adams' team. Red Raiders back up by 19. Nice look at the free throw line by Grabovich, but can't get the shot to fall. Shannon looks for an opening. Will back it away. Give that basketball to Warren. Shannon looks for an opening again. Lost it out of bounds. Disagreed with the call, but turnover TJ Shannon.
Yeah, 18 points in that Tennessee game, just 2 on the night, and yet you're up 19 points.
Plenty of offensive threats for Mark Adams. Red Raiders a year ago scored in the 50s 4 times. They went 2-2 in those games. That kind of defensive effort every night will win a lot of games for you.
Well, it travels, and it's going to, that and rebounding will keep you in a lot of games when the ball is not going to the basket, and those, there's going to be those nights. you can figure out ways to get to the free throw line and guard and clean up your misses, you're going to be in a lot of basketball games.
Santos Silva, middle of the lane. That left-handed shot doesn't fall.
The degree of difficulty that they made that harder than it needed to be. Just pull up at the free throw line right there for a jump shot.
Desi Sills stepped out of bounds. Counting down towards 1 minute to go in this first half. Mark Adams near midcourt calling out an offensive play for his team. Shannon lobbed it inside. Bryson Williams is 3 for 3. Missed it in close. But Santos Silva in there wrestling for that ball. Is not going to get it. It'll belong to Arkansas State, I think. Although everybody lingers on this end of the floor. Marquis Davis was the Red Wolf he was wrestling with for the basketball. Texas Tech still has it. 6 on the shot clock. Now 4. Somebody's got to shoot it. Bryson Williams has the ball. Put it up, and the horn sounds. A shot clock violation for the Red Raiders. Second time tonight that has happened. And now with 42 seconds remaining, Williams will check out. Kevin O'Banner back for Mark Adams. 41 seconds remaining in the opening half. Red Raiders by 19. Whistle and a foul on Kevin O'Banner. Only the 4th team foul against the Red Raiders in this first half. First on O'Banner. Kevin McCullough's got one as well. Seals got around O'Banner, got it inside to Grabovich, and he scores. "15 seconds remain in the first half. Kevin McCullough asked for a timeout. The Red Raiders get it. They will tail in number 25. Finished last season in the NCAA tourney and ranked 21st. Here's McCullough. 10 seconds remaining. Foul called on Sills. Long way from the bucket to pick up that foul, and Red Raiders will be at the free throw line. McCullough is 2 of 2. The Red Raiders are 6 of 9 at the line here in the first half. So 1-1 for Kevin McCullough. Honorable mention all Big 12 selection a year ago. First player in the game in the double figures. He's got 10. Had 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists against the Volunteers. Friendly roll for Kevin. Red Raider lead back to 19. Banner will check out. Adonis Arms, Daniel Bacho, Marcos Santos Silva, Davian Warren, and McCullough here in the final 10 seconds. Fields dropped it off. Davis, shot not there. Grabovich inside. Got the shot blocked by Santos Silva, and a foul call. Seven-tenths of a second remaining. Free throw good. Jovovich at 9 against Mississippi Valley State equaled his season best. The last outing for Arkansas State. Nice bounce for him. It's 45-28 here at halftime. Red Raiders own the lead over Arkansas State as they play for the first time nationally ranked this year.
So it's just, this league is a problem. There are no gimmies. It's so well coached. Everybody's kind of got involved with the portal. So everybody's old and experienced and has got depth. So it's going to be a fun league race in January and February and into early March.
Yeah, not to leave out Kansas and Texas that are both
by the way,
ranked as well. And there's Marquis Eaton to get the second half going for Arkansas State.
Yeah, TJ Shannon is a bit of a problem here. That's not a good sign. TJ left the floor before halftime. Walked right by me. I was over there waiting to talk to Coach Adams, and now he is off the floor early here. Not sure what the issue is.
Up to the end of the Red Raider bench and put his head down, but there with the Red Raiders trainer Mike Neal. Not certain what an injury might be to Shannon.
You see Malik Wilson sitting there on the bench right next to him. So all of a sudden a deep Red Raider team taking some hits.
Red Raiders did have 8 players score in that first half. Led by Kevin McCullers, 11. McCullers got a good look right there, knocked it down. Three-pointer, Kevin McCullers. Take a look right here at TJ Shannon running out as Eaton was about to take that three-pointer and knock it down to get the second half started. You could see him kind of come up limping a bit as he ran by the Red Wolves forward.
Can't tell if it's groin, ankle, or knee. Mike Neal, trainer, still talking to him. But the Red Raiders in a bit of a bind from the depth standpoint, certainly.
Well, and certainly with a big challenge looming on Saturday out in Arizona. They're going to take on Gonzaga. McCullough missed the first 3 games of the season as the Red Raiders made certain his entry into the NBA draft possibility all went according to NCAA rules. Davis three-pointer not there.
In and out.
Yeah. Trying to find a way inside, wanted to drop it off for Bryson Williams. Had it stolen by Arkansas State. Corner 3 on the way, not there for Caleb Fields. It's out of bounds to the Red Wolves.
You know, if you don't have Shannon for the rest of this game, not sure what, and no Malik Wilson. Guys like Adonis Arms and Clarence Nadoni, maybe even Sadar Calhoun, going to get an opportunity to get some minutes, and they need to make the most of it.
Mike Neal, the Red Raiders trainer, over talking to some of the assistants to Mark Adams, perhaps letting them know the status of McCullough. There's Norshad Omier. That his first bucket of the game, Chris?
I believe so. 2 points. And he just hasn't had a presence in this game yet because those 2 early fouls just never got into a rhythm. But he's got 3 to give here in the second half. So we'll see how long he can stick a game for Arkansas State.
Yeah, picked up a couple of early fouls and sat down. Arkansas State's got numbers 3-on-1, and they almost threw it away and did. 3-on-1, but Davion Warren back defending for the Red Raiders, and Arkansas State threw it out of bounds.
Behind the back. Behind the back out bounds. That's Coach Pilato leans back in the chair and just kind of furrows the brow over at Desi Sills, and it's like, hey man, let's not do that. Let's not throw the behind the back across the court on the break pass.
Nice pass by Nadolny. Got it to Arms, who wanted to go to Bacho, but in the scramble, Davion Warren wound up with the basketball, but the Red Raiders do get it back. Clarence Nadolny in there with Arms, Bacho, Santos Silva, and Davion Warren. Red Raiders lead at halftime, now down to 15. Red Raiders really determined to get that ball to Bacho inside, and there's the reason why.
And he's just got to be ready for those passes. His teammates are looking for him. Almost fumbled that one away, but able to get it back and finish.
O'Meara can't finish. Bacho the board.
And that's right there why he's in the game at the other end of the floor. I mean, just sucks up those boards and is earning more and more minutes on the floor.
He's been in double figures and rebounding twice this season. That's Adonis Arms on the drive.
And if Adonis Arms wants to, he can drop that off to Bacho with a bounce pass right there, and you're going to see another dunk. You'll see Arms come around, and Bacho is just right there on the low block. All eyes are on Adonis Arms.
Tell you what, Adonis Arms got Marquis Eaton looking the wrong direction and got around him and drove him stop. Kind of like a quarterback looking off a defensive back, looking one direction, going the other. Red Raiders now by 20. Davis jumper. Good on the baseline.
Everything going in for Mr. Davis tonight.
Davis has 11. That's a season best for him. This is Nadolny, also missed some time early in the season after hip surgery and got inside, got in the air. Chris threw it away.
Yeah, that's kind of what you get with Clarence sometimes. Just he plays really hard on the defensive end, but occasionally early signing day tomorrow, mid-December. We're in the third or fourth year of that early signing period, so it makes December awfully hectic for folks in the college football world. Red Raiders are looking to sign, 15 to 20 prospects.
Thought that ball was coming to us, but Adonis Arms ran it down, lost it trying to go up for a shot. Eaton back, now to Sills in the corner for Arkansas State. 3 not there. Batted around, and Santos Silva, who he gets his hands on the basketball, hard to take it away from him. Santos Silva, in fact, tonight playing in his 135th game. Red Raiders have turned it over 11 times tonight. Arkansas State only 6. McCullough, third three-pointer of the night. Knocks it down from straight on.
And Johnny's really improved that aspect of his game. Just that's something he worked on a lot in the offseason, just trying to get shots up and get better with that range. The assists, the taking charges and rebounding and all that, but just wanted to get better as a shooter. And he certainly has.
He got 17 points tonight, game's leading scorer. 3 of 5 on three-pointers.
He just had 8 coming into the game this season. And it's just not something I think he was necessarily comfortable with, getting a lot of those up during games, but I think the more and more he sees it go in, the more confidence he gets. Young man coming into the game right now for the Red Raiders for Kevin McCullough, Chibuzo Agbo. He's got a chance to be one of those guys that could be an ace three-point shooter in time.
Really nice looking shot. Agbo we're talking about, but that ball lobbed inside Marquis Davis. They have gone to him early and often. The junior out of Oxford, Alabama, started the game tonight.
Well, you see the ball in the opposite wing, and that's always the first read for that player. Typically, with the ball is the opposite block, and you see the cutter coming down. And Davis was looking for that alley-oop because the defense in their midline, they're so focused on being right there in that midline, kind of eye contact with the basketball, and then sometimes you lose track of that baseline cutter from the other end. And equals free throw attempts for Mr. Davis here.
McCullough didn't get much of a rest. Davis, second shot not there. He's got 12 points in the ball game, 1 of 2 at the line.
Does that even count as any rest? I don't know if he sat on the bench.
I'm not sure the clock even moved while he was there.
Yeah. He substituted in between free throw attempts.
All right, nice backdoor cut. Great pass by Bacho, and McCullough's got 19 now.
That's is Bacho a dime dropper now? Is that what we're doing? The big man with that, and that's a great read on the screen. He kind of slipped it, went back door. Did Kevin McCullough?
I would argue that over the past couple of seasons, by the end of the year, he's the Red Raiders' most valuable and best player. Caleb Fields trying to find an open path to the rack, gets fouled on the drive. Agbo, I believe, the guilty party here.
Yeah, just not moving your feet right there. You're getting with the body. I would agree with Kevin, because he just does so many things for you on both ends of the floor that, and if he's gonna, we heard Fran Fraschilla talk a while ago, just the kind of handling a lot of the point guard duties. That is, it's going to be massive to keep him out of foul trouble if you're Mark Adams, and keep him in the game. And as he facilitates, he rebounds, he scores.
Marquis Davis just having a great night.
Christmas come early.
Yeah. He's found his shot underneath the tree. That's for sure.
It's better than like a Red Ryder BB gun? Is that right?
Yeah, you don't want to put your eye out.
Or a bunny costume.
Not that either. That's Adonis Arms at the free throw line for the Red Raiders, who haven't been all that busy at the line. 10 of 13.
Yeah, both of these teams get to the stripe a lot. That's kind of how they both initiate a lot of what they do offensively. Not been a night where there's been a lot of whistles.
Yeah, and Marquis Eaton over there for the Red Wolves is one of the top free throw shooters in the country. 93%. Red Raiders have a way to go to improve that portion of their game. This is Eaton into the corner. Shot on the way, and it's good. That's Malcolm Farrington with the three-point. Arkansas State nearing 20 three-point attempts, which has not been their game at all. Unable to penetrate the Red Raiders at times. They have looked to the long ball. McCullough had it slapped out of his hands. Still belongs with the Red Raiders.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I believe Davion Warren's going to come back into the game with a different hairstyle than he had in the first half. Am I accurate?
You are correct.
Okay. I think, am I making that up? Am I seeing things?
Let's see, Warren scored 9 in the first half of the Red Raiders, so either he thought he should have scored more and could have changed the look at halftime, or just because. Well, I was going to say that's the three-point style, but that came in and out. Fields inside, got somebody reaching out onto the arm. It's Bryson Williams. Fields at 6 feet. Bryson Williams at 6'8" or so. A little bit of a mismatch. Arkansas State got that ball inside, but O'Meara may have traveled inside, and the ball back to the Red Raiders on the turnover.
Yeah, and it's a 19-point, Red Raider lead. And if you're Arkansas State, it's easy to look. I mean, you needed O'Meara to play really, really well, and you needed your lead scorer Desi Sills to play really, really well, and he has not scored in this game.
Yeah, the combination of those two have a whopping 2 points for Arkansas State. That will not put the pressure on the Red Raiders. Marquis Davis has picked up some of that scoring slack. This is K.J. Allen off the Red Raider bench. East Los Angeles College star from Netflix. Bryson Williams inside. Great look by Adonis Arms, and Bryson Williams able to score.
Adonis Arms kind of showing you more of his complete game the last few minutes. Very explosive athlete off the bench.
Williams has 10. Farrington's 3 doesn't go. That's O'Meara running it down, giving the Red Wolves another opportunity. Eaton can't hit the 3. Warren picked up the dribble. K.J. Allen, Arms, 3-pointer good.
Yeah, Adonis Arms certainly feeling it now. Assist on one possession, comes back down with the 3 ball.
Texas Tech 6 of 11 long range, now by 24. 65-41. Marquis Eaton gets K.J. Allen to foul him. We're got a timeout here in Lubbock. Number 25, Texas Tech. Gold right here at the United Supermarkets Arena. Coverage starts at 1 o'clock Central Time on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. Red Raiders shot it well in the first half. Mark Adams' team still shooting the basketball well. 7 of 10 here in the second half. Davion Warren whistled for a foul, reaching in on Norshad O'Meara to rip that ball out of his hands. Chris, Red Raiders big in points in the paint tonight. That goes a long way towards that shooting percentage, which is over 66% for the game.
Yeah, one equals the other. You're shooting 70% here in the second half. But yeah, points in the paint, 34-8. And you're playing the game around the rim, and Arkansas State for the most part playing the game around the perimeter. 6 of 21 for the Red Wolves.
Yeah, that's 3-point attempts. They are there. Shot a lot of long balls tonight. Here's another from Farrington, and he got it. Nobody there to defend, and knocks it down. Color had it stolen away by Fields. Here's Farrington again. Another 3-point opportunity. In and out, not there. Davion Warren brings it down. Texas Tech by 20, just under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Warren's jumper not there. Maybe out of bounds. Ooh, Red Raider fans thought it was out of bounds off a Red Wolf, but they'll get the basketball, and Mark Adams wanted a quick timeout. Adonis Arms might have, or Davion Warren might have pulled up a little bit quick, and Mark Adams wanted to stop. O'Meara has won it 3 times over the course of the season. They score every game, but tonight foul trouble is keeping him out of the running, I would think, although he's on the floor now. But it has just been a tough night offensively for Arkansas State.
Yeah, basically averages a double-double with just 3 points, 2 boards. And, you know, those kinds of things, coaches these days are looking for any kind of motivation they can find to try to get their guys to buy into culture and the little things, the game within the game. And that's certainly something that Coach Pilato trying to get done there with that belt.
Malcolm Farrington has knocked down his 4th 3 of the game. There's Bryson Williams for the Red Raiders on the other end. But a night where Arkansas State has attempted 24 3-point shots. Davion Warren trying to steal it away from Seals. Does. They laid on the floor for a moment before he gets up. Here's K.J. Allen will get an opportunity at the free throw line.
Yeah, K.J. Allen kind of got caught with a weird angle, but I'm telling you,
he was thinking about throwing it down.
Yeah, that's what he did in junior college there, and is the story well known, featured on that Netflix show. he dunked everything.
Yes, he did. Struggled a bit at the free throw line this season. Now 3 of 8.
He's Los Angeles Community College for Coach Mosley there.
You know, but all of that for him was 2 years ago. The junior college season canceled a year ago, so trying to get back in, just kind of back into playing basketball. 1 of 2 for him. Red Raiders again by 20. What Farrington is doing at the three-point line, he came into this game with 23 of his 26 shot attempts were three-pointers in the season. He's firing away from out there tonight. Mir had the ball stolen away inside. Here's O'Banner. Color's got a wide open look. Not there. Arkansas State the other way. Barrington has lost a bit of the magic. The Red Raiders have the ball with 9 minutes to go, leading by 20.
The pace has certainly picked up.
McCullough threw it away. His second turnover in the last couple of minutes. Sills still trying to find a way to score. Marquis Davis. That ball nearly hit the roof of the arena. Put that one way up there.
He's got 17, John. And I think Coach Adams, he was, you know, trying to let KJ Allen, some guys like that, get some minutes, but it's like he's going to come back with Donis Arms. Marcus Santos Silva.
Three-pointer by Sills not there, and Bryson Williams may have knocked him down. The Arkansas transfer headed to the free throw line. They have 3 shots coming up. Coach will not like that. I think the replay might show that he might not have been fouled. I think the partisan crowd here in Lubbock not happy about that foul call. Well, Chris, decide for yourself.
Well, that's he may have gotten hit in the hand, but he clearly, he sold it with great camera work here. Yeah, he does get him just on the hand, but yeah, I think
not enough to knock him.
Well, it looks like he's been tackled. He was barely bumped, but again, that's a crafty move by Desi Sills. There was a bit of a high five there on the shot attempt, but that's part of the plan. Is you got to sell it now. Granted, the officials, there's that flop warning too. So if you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar from that aspect, you can get yourself in trouble that way too.
But 32 minutes gone in the game before Arkansas State's leading scorer gets in the book, and it's on 3 free throws. Arms jumper not there. Bacho had a hand on it for a moment. Again, Arkansas State's got numbers. Sills the three-pointer not good. O'Meara the rebound. May have traveled after he went up to get it. Coming back home for the holidays on Wednesday, December the 29th. They'll host the Incarnate Word Cardinals. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock Central Time on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. A little bit of pressure by Arkansas State as McCullough gets that ball into the front court.
And it's just a 14-point game. Mark Adams was looking to get some of those guys minutes that don't get to play a ton, but he's going back to a lot of his regulars.
They led Kevin McCullough. Shot clock's at 3, and McCullough had it slapped out of his hands. Kevin wanted a foul call there, but did not get it. Now the Red Raiders going to have to hurry up on the inbound. Arms in the corner, shot it up good. three-pointer, Adonis Arms at the buzzer.
And in a 14-point game with Arkansas State starting to get a little confidence, that's a big shot by Adonis Arms. Talked about how he needed to really step up and grab that brass ring with Malik Wilson being out. And obviously, T.J. Shannon has not played here in the second half. And Adonis Arms, 15 points in the game. Yeah, off balance.
Falling out of bounds.
High-fiving teammates on the bench. Reminds me of... Remember Larry Bird when he won the three-point contest?
Oh, yeah.
And he did it in the warm-up in, I think, 1988. Holds his finger up, kind of walks off after the shot goes in. And
that's a really nice pass by Sills inside to O'Meara, who gets Bacho up in the air. 27 three-point attempts tonight by Arkansas State. That's a season high, and half of their points, 9 of those 27 shots have gone in. 4 of them by Farrington. He's got 12. O'Meara's free throw off the mark. Calhoun, the Florida State transfer for the Red Raiders. Bacho inside. Had Sills, a little guy.
Mouse in the house.
Yeah, is what that was, and the Red Raiders get the ball in there, but foul on Sills.
Yeah, when you get the switch right there, you just bury him if you can, and your teammate's got to find you. I think that was pass thrown by Kevin McCullough from the top of the key.
Santos Silva picked up the ball in the lane. 9 on the shot clock, and the Red Raiders threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, I would say the degree of difficulty right there. That's threading the needle. There's just too many defenders to try to get that done. And he threw a fastball, and
somebody wasn't expecting the heater.
That's right.
14 turnovers for the Red Raiders. Eaton's spinning jumper falls. Arkansas State continuing to hang around. Under 6 minutes left here in Lubbock. On the shot clock, Davion Warren kind of hesitated for a moment. Santos Silva batted that ball out. Caleb Fields had it, missed the layup, contested by Warren. A foul against Arkansas State.
Just a great play by Davion Warren, and he not only does he cause the miss, but there's no foul there at all. Yeah, he doesn't go up and tries to make contact. He just kind of goes up and doesn't come down. Yeah, he never touched him. He just kind of jumped with him.
Made a play like that against Tennessee.
He sure did. An elite block.
Red Raiders are right on their average of 13.6 turnovers a ball game with their 14. Arkansas State protected it a little bit better, and I said a foul a moment ago, but that ball had been knocked out of bounds by Farrington, so it stays with the Red Raiders. Great look inside by Warren, but McCullough's shot blocked by Marquis Davis. Kevin's thinking easy lay-in right here, and that ball got swatted out of bounds.
It's close. That's just a really good help side defensive play by Marquis Davis.
O'Meara picks up the foul there. Ran through Bryson Williams. McCullers, 19, leads the Red Raiders. Adonis Arms off that Red Raider bench with 15. That's his season high. Best night as a Red Raider. Good look by Warren, not there though, and the Red Raiders can't rebound the ball. O'Meara got it. 32 games as a Red Wolf of Arkansas State. 24 of them he's gotten double figures in rebounds. Another shot by Barry inside the three-point line.
Yeah, the Red Wolves won't go away. 13-point game. And if you're Coach Bellato, you're just trying to cut it, get it below double digits. And at that point, well, you really start to believe.
Red Raiders have gone right at 3 minutes without scoring. Made good on only one of their last 7 shots. Fields picks up the foul there. Immediately heads to the Arkansas State bench, but they wave him back. He's not in foul trouble, but he'll sit down for a moment. Wilkes off the bench for Mike Bellato. Credit Arkansas State for hanging around. Davion Warren went for the dunk attempt, got it blocked. Arkansas State quickly, they've got numbers here as Davion was slow to get back up the floor. Eaton's three is in and out, not there, and he's going to be warned for flopping.
Yeah, I think that's what Desi Sills did. Unbelievable block on the other end.
Yeah, great play to keep Davion Warren from ramming it home.
But earlier, yeah, Tony Padilla had seen enough right there. But that block is just that is big time athleticism.
Well, and I think you see what Arkansas State has missed tonight with O'Meara in foul trouble. He's got only 3 points in the ball game. 1 bucket, 1 free throw. Sills, their leading scorer, has 3 free throws. Combined, those two have 6 points. And here they are only down by 13 with 3.5 minutes to play. McCullers has got 21 for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, that's just big boy basketball right there. And he actually felt the double team coming right there and still just kind of bullied his way. He was looking for the and one.
Back the defender down and turned and hit that shot.
And Coach Bellato was kind of arguing that Kevin McCullough maybe initiated some contact there. It should have been an offensive foul on him, but it's a bucket nonetheless. 15-point lead by Texas Tech.
Adonis Arms called for hanging on to Norshad O'Meara. The 2020 Sun Belt Conference Freshman of the Year. Red Raiders have one of those on their roster as well. Malik Wilson was a freshman of the year in that league, not playing tonight.
And you can tell if you look at the turnover numbers, the 14. That's the thing about Malik Wilson that he gives you is a point guard presence, and he's one of the best in the country with his assist to turnover ratio. At least he was to this point. So you certainly are missing him tonight. Hope you don't miss him for too long.
Transfer from Louisiana Lafayette to the Red Raiders.
I would say the same about Terrence Shannon Jr. as well. You don't need to be without anybody for too long, especially with Big 12 play looming.
Yeah, and Gonzaga.
Yeah, there's that
there as well. That three off the mark by Willis, but in the scramble, Davion Warren finally runs it down. Empty possession for Arkansas State. Davion Warren thought he had an opening. Had the ball stripped away and belongs to the visiting Arkansas State Red Wolves. Kind of borrow a defense that Mark Adams has been working on as well.
The principles, that's exactly right. And I think Mark would tell you, and I think he said it before the season, that Baylor runs it better than his teams do. At least they did last year, winning the national championship. But
they're doing it pretty well again.
Picked up where they left off, certainly.
29 3-point attempts tonight by Arkansas State. 9 of them have gone in. Seven on the shot clock. Marquis Eaton in and out, not there. McCullough the board.
It took a bit too much time off the clock. If you're Coach Bellato, you'd like to see him get a shot up a little bit earlier in the shot clock. Under 2 minutes now.
Red Raiders can take a bit of time here. McCullough's pass nearly taken away. Bryson Williams got it. With Banner standing in the corner where he can hit it. 3-pointer on the way. Not there, though. And here comes Arkansas State. Down by 13 after Marquis Eaton scores. 73-60, 1:15 to play. Red Raiders aren't in a hurry, of course.
And Arkansas State not going to foul.
Eaton's got 15. He'll back away from Adonis Arms. It's a zone look by Arkansas State. Davion Warren inside over the top of O'Meara and scores.
Well, you work the clock all the way down, and
now a question of as to whether or not that was off before the shot clock buzzer. Tony Padilla will look at the replay monitor. Marquise Pettigrew, Michael Greenstein, the officials tonight. Here's another look at Davion.
Yeah.
Oh, it's out of his hand.
Easily out of his hand with 1 second left on the shot clock.
Not going to let the Red Raiders substitute, I believe is what he's telling after he, at least, not after he stopped the ball game to initiate the replay. Bacho and Santos Silva are waiting. .50 seconds remain in the ball game. Red Raiders by 15 after Warren's bucket. He's got 11 tonight. The Red Raiders have 4 in double figures, led by Kevin McCullers, 21. Arkansas State in no hurry here as the clock reaches 40 seconds. Marquise Davis up top, but looking for a shot. They can't get a shot when they need one. Eaton on the drive, laid it up for O'Meara, and he slams it home. Bellato will call a timeout. They like that play. A nice penetration.
Go, so they're going to pick up full court press, but probably a little bit too little too late with 25 seconds to go.
O'Meara is the first ever Division I scholarship basketball player out of Nicaragua. And he's a good one. 5 points tonight, 7 rebounds, and a big block shot of Davion Warren, and the Red Raiders aren't going to shoot it again. Texas Tech will win it tonight 75-62 over Arkansas State, led by Kevin McCullough. Red Raiders win for the first time out, ranked 25th in the country, and go to 8-1 on the year.
Yeah, and it was another game that the Red Raiders won on the glass. I think you look